Well, just coming off of a tough loss to Temple. After watching the film, watching the way our guys played, offensively, it was probably the best that our offensive line has played all year. Very, very encouraged. We felt like this was one of the best defensive fronts we've played all year. One of the best defenses, period, we've played all year. And their D-line posed many problems for us, but I was very pleased with the way our offensive line played. They met the challenge and responded extremely well. Overall, I was pleased. I guess I was expecting a little bit of something different as I watched the film and graded it. But our guys played with great heart. They played with great passion. And so I was pleased with that. Defensively, as I said, I felt it after the game as a collective group of plays. If you just put the plays together, it was we really did some good things. Did some really good things in the run game, but we are at a point to where when we make a mistake, we make a bust, it goes for 6. There was 11 big plays that we gave up defensively, and of the 11 big plays, and the way I categorize a big play is a pass of 16 or more yards and a run of 12 or more yards. We gave up 11 of those, and of the 11 we gave up, 4 of them went for touchdowns, including a bust off of we had to punt the football late in the fourth or midway in the fourth quarter. And one play, 75 yards. It was into cover 2. Safety should have been over the top, and it wasn't. And it went for 75 yards. Those things are just backbreakers. We're not good enough to find ways to just keep giving people score after score. Freebies is what I like to call them. When you give up big plays, four of your 11 big plays, and they go for touchdowns. I refer to that as walk-offs. I mean, you had 4 walk-off touchdowns, and that's tough. That's tough for anybody to overcome. And continuously over the last several weeks, especially the last 2 weeks, we had the ball in our hand to go win the game, and we're unable to do that. We've got to find ways to win, and right now it's as if we find ways to lose. And winning is a habit. Winning is something that success breeds success, and we've got to find a way to in that moment to be able to go down the field and win a game. And we had 4th and 4. Had a great play call. Jeremiah Gaines there wasn't anybody within, I would say, 5, 6, 7 yards of him, and their linebacker number 8 made a play, and you got to give them credit for that. That's what I shared that after the game. Good teams find a ways to win. They find ways to win, and we're a much improved football team, but we've got to find that signature win that's going to get our guys to say, okay, this is how I do it. The only way to learn how to win is you got to win, and you got to win every day. And we've done a really good job of that. I think that's why you see this football team getting better, is because we've taken such great pride in winning every day in practice, and focusing on our daily win. I wish I could say it got easier. It's looking as if we're going to play 6 of our 12 teams are going to be ranked in the top 20, 25, and another 7th one, obviously, and James Madison being highly ranked as well early in the year. But it doesn't get any easier this week. We've got a Navy team that we're going to play that's play as hard as anybody I think we've ever gone against. Any of the schools I've been at, these guys play relentless. They play with something to prove every play. Very impressed with obviously what Coach has done up there, and I've been a fan of his for quite some time, and watched the way his guys just play with great heart, and that says a lot about their program. Says a lot about the young men that are going to defend our country after football's over with too. And we've got great respect for their program. This is a ball control offense. They're averaging about 65, 66 plays a game, and because of that, they're defensively they're in the top 5 category, just about everything in our conference from a defensive standpoint. And scoring defense, they're giving up 19 points a game, which ranks them 3rd in our conference. But the one thing that really jumps off the page when you start looking at these guys, especially the type of offense they run, is they're plus 12 in the turnover margin. And to give you an idea, we're minus 5. I believe that's what we are, somewhere in that category, minus 5. They're plus 12. You can win a lot of games when you're plus 12. And these guys are not only are they hanging on to the football, but they're doing a great job of taking it away. And to be an option offense, to be plus 12, that's, again, says a lot about what they're doing there. So look forward to the challenge. Our guys are going to play hard, as they have been. And the challenge and the press of these guys is just to keep winning every day. We're building something special here. It's not happening as fast as what we all want it, what I want it to be, but we are making progress, and I think that you see that and have seen that every time these guys step on the field. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
Coach, I know you're not into moral victories, but the way your team plays against the top-ranked teams, what does that say about them?
Well, and I told Coach Rule this before the game. I mean, we've used their team and their program as reminders of where they were 2 years ago, and we want to work toward having a program that we can build that's that's known across the country. I think we're getting a lot of notoriety on competing against some of the best in the country, but we're not finding a way to win, and that's winning will never be or losing will never be accepted in this program, but ever. But I am pleased with the way our guys are playing, and they're proving that we're close. We're really close. It's just that we've got to find a way to finish it out, and that's been the challenge. But that's been all year.
You said after the game the other day, you called Xavier Jones's performance a great game. What did you like most, and what's been the biggest improvement he's shown you since the start of the year?
Well, being a true freshman, you expect mistakes to come along with playing freshmen, and we've seen our fair share of mistakes by our true freshmen. Whether it be in pass protection or what it be in and turning the ball over. But I thought that not just him, but Braden as well, especially I think he had 188 all-purpose yards the other night. To see 2 freshmen have those type of games is just says a lot about the future. I think they're playing right now with more confidence than they've played with all year long. I think early in the year they were kind of trying to figure it out. All freshmen hit a wall at some point in the season, and we've really tried to push hard and let them know that, hey, this is coming. We're here going to push you through it. And to see him playing that well, both he and Braden playing that well this late in the season is again, just shows you what kind of player they're capable of being in due time.
How do you and your staff try to simulate late game situations in practice?
Well, you just try to compete in everything you do in practice, and again, we have a 2-minute offense that we run every Wednesday, and we reward those, either the defense or the offense. So you got to take the ball, you got to go, you got to have a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, you got to have a field goal this week or whatever it may be, and that's done every week. But you've got to have, you obviously got to win on first down, and then when you don't succeed, you go back and look, okay, what could we have called different? What could we have done different? And you got to give Temple credit too. The guy made an unbelievable play. We have him blocked, and he jumps up and bats the ball down on 4th down. So so you just keep pushing through and keep driving, keep competing in practice. That's all you really can do right now. Put them in those type of situations as much as possible.
winning the turnover margin, how much of that is, in the head or pressing too much?
Well, if you find that out, if you'll let me know, we can market it and we'll make a lot of money. Let me tell you, 'cause there's a lot of coaches across the country who want to figure that out too. But that's been a common theme over the last few weeks. I think when you look back at, we created 4 turnovers against North Texas. We won the game. That's our goal, was 4 turnovers a game. And even at halftime the other night, we just said, look, we're going to need 2 turnovers. Just get us 2. And but we're not creating any. And when you don't create any, you better not turn it over any. And so, the week at Tulsa, we gave up 14 points on turnovers. Last week, we gave up 10 points on turnovers. You can't continue to do that. Now, if there is, and there's really never a positive out of a turnover, but what I've been more impressed with is the fact that, when we gave them the ball on the short field off of Matt fumbling the football, our defense stepped right back out there and they held them within 3 points. They just said, hey, they were the first responders, held them to a field goal. So that was positive. You can build on those things, but we've got to create turnovers, and you create turnovers by practicing creating turnovers, and we practice it every day. I firmly believe you got to create your own luck too. We're just, our inability to create turnovers and us turning the ball over is not, it's -5, and you are what you are.
You said throughout the year that even though you guys have played a lot of good teams, SMU is beating SMU. Do you think playing a tougher schedule has made it harder for the guys to realize that at all, and they didn't get a little too caught up in being able to compete with some of those better teams?
Well, we're not going to look for any excuses. We're not getting it done. And there's no excuse. Our schedule hasn't helped us. I'll tell you that, especially when you're trying to come in and build a program from where this program's been. So that hasn't helped us. But the encouraging thing is we've been in every one of those games and late in the game, and so those are things we'll build off of. But again, moral victories only last so long. We're not going to celebrate that, but. We continue. That was our matter of fact, talking in our staff meeting today, and we'll talk in our team meeting today. Our guys is, we've got to eliminate the mistakes that beat SMU. And you say, well, what is that? What does that mean? That means when you give up 11 big plays and 4 of them go for touchdowns. And okay, look, now it's different if this guy makes you miss and takes it and you're in the right position, but when you get a complete breakdown and a complete bust and a guy goes scores, that's SMU beating SMU. And or when we're unable to effectively reach our 3rd down percentage. Again, SMU beating SMU. We can't be in 8, 10, 12 3rd and longs. That means you're not winning 1st down. And so you have to be successful on 1st downs. And so, and in protecting the football. And so yes, the mistakes that cause us, if someone's going to beat us because, hey, you outplayed us. But, and I would talk to our guys about that all the time. If they're going to beat us because they outplay us. Don't beat us because we gave them something. And so those are the things we've got to eliminate to keep SMU from beating SMU, and then we see how it goes from there.
Keenan Reynolds is on the verge of the career touchdown record. What's made him so special in his 4 years there?
Well, he's an operator. I mean, this guy is obviously a veteran in there that's plays with great discipline, plays with great heart, and executes an offense that's difficult to execute. You have to be on your game, and he's obviously done that. And as a fan watching him, he's definitely intriguing to watch. He inspires you to watch him and how hard he plays. Now going against him, it's not nearly as fun to watch him. So, but just a great decision maker.
How do you do that in practice this week too?
Well, I mean, we've Coach Malone and his staff, they've been all year long. We've had a plan and set up to go against something that simulates Navy. You can't prepare for an offense like this in 1 week. Our guys have been working on it for going back last spring, and through fall camp and in our open week, and so so we have our guys. This won't be the first time they've seen this type of look this year.
Who plays Keenan in practice?
James Prochet.
You ever coached against Navy?
Never have.
Never.
Never have. Never been up there.
How do you prepare your defensive linemen for the cut blocking that Navy's offensive line likes to do?
Well, kind of going back to what we were talking about, cut blocking is something that we've actually been doing. I mean, they've anytime coach is had a period or 2 periods set up through the course of the year, and then we've had several days totally focused on this. We're actually cutting it. We'll tell our guys, hey, it's live. We'll be out there live today in full pads, and it'll be full cut, and as we've done several times this year.
Everybody wear knee braces for that?
No, I don't think our D-line don't. No, you better be able to get up off the ground.
Anything else, Scott?
Just one thing on their lack of turnovers, how impressive is that, considering that kind of an offense? You would think that there'd be a little havoc back there.
Yeah. They play with great discipline, and because of that, they make unbelievable decisions with the ball. And again, as I said earlier, with them being plus 12 in the turnover margin, number 2 in the country, is remarkable in the offense that they play in. And so again, that's a credit to their program and their staff and how hard these guys play.